she like she was about my age, and she was just like, I hope I didn't offend you, but your outfit is giving me Jessica Wakefield
Oh,
from
no shit.
Sweet Valley, from Sweet
Yeah.
Valley. And I'm like, Jessica was my fucking bitch. I loved the shit out of
I
Jessica. She
love
was so,
Jessica. She was
I
the good,
loved Jessica. Elizabeth was such a fucking goody goody.
she
But
was
yeah,
the
so
fun one.
yeah, she had the unicorn club and they always wore purple. And I was like
Yeah,
decked up all in purple. And these are the sunglasses that I got.
I like this.
And it matched perfectly. So I'm just like, fuck yeah, I'm Jessica Wakefield.
Hell yeah.
Recognize.
Did you know that they have like an adult book version
Mhm.
of them? I have respectful.
I got a new cup.
Okay, so to go back to the beginning of our conversation, yeah, applicable. But what reality show are you watching?
Well, I'm watching Drag Race right now.
Okay, valid, valid. I'm watching we talked about 60 Days In, and then they had that spinoff show where it's like where the people are getting like booked in. I
Mhm.
binged that today. So it's like
Okay.
a, a fucking train wreck. It was like that whole
Mhm.
well, I didn't know that I'd have known they were gonna pull me over, I'd have taken my heroin out of my backpack.
What? That's day one stuff. Day
I
one.
mean, hello. Yeah.
You got
Or
to
like
take the
her
heroin
bag
out of
was
the
in my
backpack.
bag. That was her meth. It wasn't my meth. That was her meth. Kind of shit.
Anybody
Yeah.
in Irving
I
could tell you, you always take the heroin out of your backpack.
And then season 2 is what I'm on now, and there's a guy named Robert. I think he was like in the first or second episode where he's literally wearing nothing but like an American flag swimsuit because it's Virginia Beach. He's like, "You don't tell me I got arrested for drinking this much beer on the beach." And so he spends the night like in the drunk tank, and then like I think 4 or 5 episodes later, he's back. But this time he's in like an off the shoulder like sweatshirt cut off full 80s vibe. And he's like, "I'm
This is my
Roberto."
flash dance cosplay.
Yes.
He's a recurring
Yes.
character. He's a recurring
Yeah, so
character.
I was thankful for him. And there was another girl that she was on arrested twice in the same episode because I guess she worked at a
Okay.
dispensary in Cali, and there's like a love triangle with her coworker. And her boyfriend, I guess, she aided and abetted him stabbing somebody that she worked with or whatever. It gets
It's a
out.
tale as old
Less
as
than
time.
24 hours, she's back for threatening the witness. And then they're like, "Well, your bail was 50,000. Now it's 100,000." And she's like just dead,
He's like,
dead.
bitch, I ain't got
What?
it.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
ain't
so she
got it.
calls her mom, and she's like, "Mom, can you bail me out?" And mom's is like, "I just bailed you out of jail, right?" And then her mom, like I said, no, she wasn't gonna bail her. She flipped the fuck out on her mom. That was how I spent my day, was watching 60 Days and like Booked In or whatever the fuck it's called. So time well spent,
Your employer
obviously.
must be so proud.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm all caught up on Vanderpump Rules. So what else am I supposed to do? I needed a palate cleanser. I went like fucking bullshit,
Okay.
like scripted reality to like shit show. It's all shit show if we think about it, but I needed like a little palate cleanser.
I mean, honestly, if there's not a shit show, is it even worth watching at this point?
No, no. And I
Mm-mm.
watched last week. So I caught up Vanderpump Rules last week, and then have you seen, I think it's on Netflix, it's called The Program.
No.
So it's a documentary this girl made about, like, you remember the school that Paris Hilton talked about she went to in Utah?
Oh, I've seen some TikToks of like people like telling like little short stories about that say the program. So there's a whole show about it.
So yeah, there's like a 3 or 4 part on Netflix. It is like a whole ass what the fuck the whole time. And you just feel bad
Really?
for these
That's how
kids,
I
and
was
then
when I
you
was
kind of
watching Quiet on Set.
that is how I was as well. Just kind of I was like sick because those were all the kids that were showing up, like besides the all that cast, like it was like when Rylan like kids that when Rylan was a kid. you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
But that's how I felt. And then I watched, like you said, it was the one thing that it was like the Impact Presents on the YouTube mom that got arrested, right? Ruby Frankie. Yeah, that was a whole other. I watched those like back to fucking back. What the fucks? So thanks for that. Appreciate you. Ooh,
No
that's
problem.
our shit right there.
That's good shit.
Good shit. Good shit. Ah. So,
All
so
right,
we're
I'm right
back.
as
This
rain
is
now.
Manifested Drama. We took a 2-week hiatus.
Hey,
Not
that's
that I'm sure one of our 7
not that
listeners
anybody
noticed.
cares.
We're up to 8 on 8 average on Spotify. We're averaging 8 listens per episode. So I'm not bragging. I'm just saying. You know what I'm.
Just
So
saying.
we'll get there. Yeah. How
Flex is
was
a
your trip?
flex.
How was your trip with your family?
It was good. It was not without its struggles,
Of
but
course.
all in all, it was good. All
That's
in all, it was
good.
good.
Does V have a good
Mhm.
time? That's good.
Yeah,
Was
we had a
mom's
really good time.
momming?
Mom's was fine. Mom's was fine. It was one of my sisters that ended up being kind of the asshole of the trip, but at least it wasn't me.
Was it?
No.
No. Okay. Good.
No.
I did see Megan gave you some love on TikTok the other day. From what I
Yeah.
saw, she
Yeah,
reposted one of your videos. Said
she
she
did a
did.
little she did a little fashion like outfit styling for me. And then she put up a TikTok of kind of like just little clips of everything that we did, and I was featured a couple little clips, so it was good.
That's
The
good.
weather sucked. The
Did it
weather
really?
sucked. Yeah, it was rainy and cold, and like
Oh.
when we were having uh when we were having lunch on Friday, we were because we were at this town called Jerome, and Jerome
Okay.
is an old mining town, and it's literally built into the side of a mountain. So like the roads are like switchbacks going all the way up,
Oh
and like there's
yeah.
houses and stuff. So when we were sitting in the restaurant, you can you can see the road below you, like further down on the mountain, like if you look out the window. It was so foggy that
Mm-mm.
you couldn't see the ground below the restaurant, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is how the mist
That's
started. And
creepy. And that's like if there's
it
a
was
fucking
creepy,
landslide. Oh shit.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And but it's supposed to be like it's the 11th most haunted place in America. So it's kind of
Okay.
fitting. It was cool though. By
That
the
sounds
time
fun
by
though.
the time we finished lunch and did a couple of like running around, like the rain had stopped and the fog had cleared, and it was still cold and overcast, but
Okay.
at least it wasn't raining. We did some shopping. I got myself a new coffee mug. I got my mom a coffee mug for her birthday. And I didn't end up paying for shit on this trip because
Nice.
my sister reimbursed me for the groceries. So I'm like, all I did was pay for whatever I paid for me and V and mom's coffee mug. So I'm like,
Hell yeah. That's a coming
I'm
out
good.
on top kind of shit right there.
Yeah,
That's a win. So
absolutely. That's the way I looked at it.
okay, so manifested drama. We took 2 weeks off. So do you want to get
Whoop
started?
whoop.
So while we
Let's
can,
do it. Yeah,
how
before
do we
everything goes to
feel?
shit.
Right. Well, everything already is shit. We're just like we're swimming in it at this point. How do we feel about New
Yep.
Kids on the Block going on tour?
Excited.
Are you gonna go?
I want to go, whether or not, because I went to the first Magic Summer Tour. Like, that was
Okay.
my very, very, very first concert. It was at Texas Stadium. I'll never forget it. So it would be such a flex for me to say I went to
Yeah.
both Magic Summer Tours. I would love
Yeah.
to go, but it's just going to depend on schedules and money.
Agreed. I think I'm wondering since they're older if we're gonna see like because it's a pack like 14th, June 15th, 18th, 19th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 25th. Like that's a back to back different cities traveling. And like the closest one to me is in Kansas City, but it's like literally like they're several days in a row, and these are not like they're not young men anymore. So how do we think they're
Yeah,
gonna
they're in
do?
their
Because I mean, they're
50s.
pushing, yeah, some of them are pushing 60. So I wonder how they're gonna do. I think it was kind of I was like, man, do we feel old? Or are we like excited? I'm okay. I never went
But
to
you
go see them in
know, uh,
concert.
50 and 60 is not what it was when we were kids,
True.
because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like it's just not. And they all look like they're in really good shape, very well preserved. All of them pretty much look exactly
They
the
have their
same.
Botox. Yeah. Like they
Yep.
have that like private chef, like good healthcare money.
Mhm. Yeah.
Or
I
are they
think it's
running
so
out of
funny.
money?
I think it's so funny that like the two like most popular ones were Jordan and Joey. And
Hmm.
the one that was like the one that's had like the most successful career is Donnie.
Is
And now
Donnie.
he's all
Yeah.
like Botoxed with his fake teeth
Yeah.
and his fake tan.
He's married to Jenny McCarthy. Like he just kind
Oh,
of
that's
peaked.
right. I forgot he was
Yeah.
married to Jenny McCarthy. Yeah, she's
Hmm.
keeping him up. She is keeping
Oh
up the
yeah.
maintenance on that
Because I
one.
mean, yeah, because she's cute. I wonder if they get like a 2-for-1 special. Because she's no spring chicken either.
That's true.
This isn't
But she looks like a
it's not
spring chicken.
singled out anymore. Oh my gosh, it's not fair. It's not. I guess that's what shows what money can do is like you just start getting filled with like plastic and fillers and it kind of preserves you.
Mhm. There you
So
go. I
it's like
mean, look at Cher.
mummification. Fucking Cher. I love her.
Fucking Cher.
She's like, I
I
don't
do
need to
too.
turn back time.
Yep,
And she's
I'm
like, that
just
shit's
fine in the time
frozen.
I'm in.
Yep. So
I'm
what's
excited
next?
about about New Kids going on tour. I want to make a TikTok with their little viral video because I'm like finally one that's like old person friendly. I don't have to like try to do all this fancy footwork. It's mostly
I
arms.
mean, you might like you might start to like do it. You never know, you might start a TikTok trend. Do it.
It's kind of a thing. Like it hasn't really taken off because again, the ones that are excited about New Kids going on tour are people that are our age and we're
Yeah.
not the ones that like go viral on TikTok. But I might.
No.
We'll
Well, if
see.
we're hot,
I
we
need to just
do.
do it.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
it.
we're
Just
not
do it.
hot though. Well, we're not TikTok hot.
Yeah. I'm like
We're
perimenopausal
we're
hot. Does
Wichita,
that
Kansas
count?
hot.
Yeah, we are. I'm like look, I'm a Texas 4, but I'm a Kansas 12.
There
So
you go.
you just wait till I lose all the weight that I gained back again in 4 months. It took me 4 months to get off, and then it's over for you
I'm a
hoes.
Dallas 6, but I'm a Fort Worth 14.
There you go. Fuck yeah. Well, now, so we went to Keller. Oh my gosh, it's fucking bougie
Ooh.
as
Did they take all
fuck
your
in that
books
area.
away?
They should have because Jesus fucking Christ, 'cause it's bougie as shit, and like even like Roanoke, downtown Roanoke is like I don't even recognize half of everywhere we
I
went.
know.
It's
I know.
crazy. And I was like, I am too like we went to South Lake Town Center for like lunch and I wanted to go to that Barnes and Noble down there and I was like, I am too poor to be down here. Like they're gonna be like, get in your 10-year-old Lexus and fucking go on, peasant. I was too poor.
What year is that? 2014? You can go.
20 they're like, excuse me. Um,
Oh my
you only have
god, is that
one.
vintage? Like you're like,
What?
shut up.
That's so cute. Oh man. So yeah, New Kids. I have to look and see. I probably wouldn't go to their concert anyways, just because it's like it's not my vibe. I don't know. But it's too close. I'm not driving to fucking Kansas City. I'm not driving 3.5 hours just to go see New Kids on the Block.
Ooh, is it 3.5 hours? That's
Yeah.
far.
It's yeah. And it's like
That's like gas money in a hotel room, couple of meals. That's
yeah.
expensive. On top of the
Yeah.
tickets. That's a lot.
Yeah. Because you know the tickets are not gonna be cheap.
They're not.
Because
I
we
think the
were even
cheapest
looking
one
at
I found was like 130.
oh God, that's bad.
Mhm.
Like Blake Shelton was just in town and we looked at tickets because we like to like look last second for tickets to see what kind of deals we can get just because I got great deal when it was Chris Stapleton and it was like $1,500. for like close up. And this is like a minor hockey league arena. So it's not like a big
Mhm.
place. And I was like,
Yeah,
ooh,
new kids are
yeah,
playing they're playing at a casino that like cuz a lot of the casinos around here they have like theaters and like
yeah,
amphitheaters. And so Talking Stick is one of the bigger ones, but it's definitely not like it's not huge. It's probably like Coca-Cola Starplex type
yeah.
size.
No,
So
this is smaller than
130 is a
that.
lot though.
This is
I can
like
imagine.
the Tandy Center. Do you ever go to the Tandy Center?
Good old
No?
Tandy
Okay.
Center.
Yeah. It's that. It's tiny. It's
I
not a
do
big
remember
place
the
at
Tandy
all.
Center.
Yeah. It's like the arena part is as big as that ice skating rink that was at the Tandy Center. So it's not a
Wow,
big
that's not
place.
big.
Yeah. No, it's tiny,
Yeah,
tiny.
like the
Like,
Taylor
I was
Swift
shocked
stage was bigger than that ice skating rink.
that Taylor Swift stage is bigger than the entire fucking arena here in Wichita. She was like, "That's cute." That's why I was surprised when
That's
Adam
cute.
Sandler came through. I'm trying to see if there's anything in Oklahoma, because I mean, Oklahoma is like 2.5 hours from here. We're closer to OK than we are to Kansas City, but no, nope. So it wraps up August 25th. Does it come near
Probably
you?
in California somewhere.
The last show on August 25th is in Noblesville, Indiana, at the Ruoff Music Center. Never heard of it.
Well, that's riveting.
Yeah, because yeah,
I
there's like a
barely
couple.
remember Indiana as a state, so yeah,
Nice
let's wrap up the tour
fucking
there.
fact. Yeah. Yeah, there's like nothing. It's so funny how like it's literally only like little places you would have never heard of. It's like amphitheaters. It's not arenas, not stadiums. So maybe that's on purpose. Maybe that's way they want to
Maybe.
keep it small, you know.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's a
we can't
talking
get those
stick
big
there.
arenas because our fan base they can't do all those stairs.
No. Can a bitch get an elevator? Can I get one of those like little chairs going up the stairs all slow?
Yeah, the
That's
easy
what we
lift.
need.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, yep, that's our new kids stuff. If you had Gypsy Rose Blanchard separating from her husband within the first 6 months of 2024, go ahead and mark that box
Mark it
for
off your
us.
bingo card.
So,
There you
yep,
go.
they announced on March 29th that they were not just separated, they called it quits. Like they said, we have split up after what 3 months outside of prison.
Three
So they got
months
married
outside of
in
jail. Hmm.
and they got married in I think it was July of 2022. So it's not like well, I guess when like prison life, you that's like a little bit. They've only been married. You would think honestly it would be a fundamental difference whenever you only see somebody for like 2 hours and you can't even really touch, or maybe she realized, oh shit,
Yeah.
I married fucking Peter Griffin and I got to get
Peter Griffin.
yeah.
You think whenever they
So
were in bed, he would go, giggity,
was that him? Who I did Quagmire? Quagmire was like giggity giggity. Giggity, giggity. That was
giggity,
Quagmire.
giggity.
Yeah. Maybe
That was
last
Quagmire.
night Lois was the
And then Cleveland
man.
was, I disagree, but I appreciate your candor.
Yeah. I did tell one of like I posted on Facebook about how if you had it on your bingo card, like who had it or whatever. And I had so many comments of like, I guess his dick wasn't fire after all. Because you know if the dick is fire, she's not
Apparently
going anywhere.
not.
Yeah. I wonder how I mean, how that functionality of like just that works, you know? So
You know, I'm sure that she had it in her. Okay, so one of two things happened. She was delusional enough to believe that this was her true love, Prince Charming, or this was for parole purposes only.
I think she probably thought it was
Who
Prince
knows?
Charles charming, but I also think like it's that prisoner, like the same. He wrote to her because he thought she was cute.
Mm-hmm.
And so she got out of jail and
Yeah.
she had all these fanboys and she's like, "Look, I could get something else.
Mm-hmm.
I have all of this like let's
Yep.
bitch running
and
wild.
I'm stuck with you.
She's
I
like,
gotta
let me
come
get them
home to your
streets.
homely ass every single day.
Oh, yeah. Let me get them streets. Let me get them sheets. Just not yours.
Mhm.
That's what that
Yep.
was. So yeah, I saw that and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. I gotta send that to Amie. I gotta send it.
Oh yeah. And this will be amazing fodder for her reality show because it hasn't
Oh
aired yet.
yeah.
So I assume that they're
Oh.
still filming. But that'll be it'll be like the mid-season drama,
Hmm.
or it'll be like the cliffhanger for the season finale.
Oh,
Like it's
Lifetime is like, yes.
they're like cha-ching.
Yeah. And she is like cha-ching, cha-ching too. Because she's gotta
Mhm.
be, I mean,
She's raking it in.
what do we think? She's probably got maybe like 6 more months of fame until she's like a bygone story where you see like a headline every now and again until she just fades in obscurity.
She needs to get herself on some kind of platform like we were talking about um like a Kenneth Copeland kind of
Mm.
show, or like join up with like a political figure or something.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that nobody's snatched her up yet. They're like, nope, I'm not
Yeah.
touching that crazy bitch with a 10-foot
No.
pole.
Because that's the whole thing is like it's the Munchausen syndrome, but then it's like, oh, the murder of it all. So that's probably why we
Mhm.
haven't seen that. But I wonder if we're gonna see her on some kind of like Dr. Phil-esque series about Munchausen syndrome by proxy, and she's gonna be like an
Mhm.
expert witness or whatever. I wonder if we're gonna see a lot of that.
I think that, I mean, she has to have a PR team. She has to.
Oh yeah,
At
100.
this point. So I'm sure that they will find her something.
Oh,
She'll
until
be
like the
fine.
offers,
Or
until they start
she
getting
can go
declinations.
get herself a job at Walmart and live like the rest of us.
I mean, she's got
What
a
a normal
degree.
life, right?
She's
I
step
got
ahead of
all
us.
the normal you could ever want.
I mean, really, she's gonna be like, "Do you want fries with that?" And this fucking sucks. So,
By the way, do you know who I am?
hey, does my voice sound familiar? So, you know, what I did not prepare for, and maybe we save this.
No, she like puts on a bald cap. She's like, "What
Oh
about now?
shit!
What about now? Do you know
Gets the
who this?
glasses back. Hang
What
on,
the glasses?
let me take my teeth out so
Let
you
me
know
take my
who I
teeth out."
am. Yeah, pop that bridge out. She's good. Now, give me a
There you go.
wheelchair.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought her teeth would be the first thing that she would fix. Like I thought for sure she was gonna get whole new, brand new set of chompers. She's still got. You can still see the
Oh,
silver
she
in the
will.
back. No shade, because
She will.
I got some problems going on too. But what
Wait, maybe she doesn't because I think those you have to have something to fasten them onto. And
you
maybe
do,
she
but
doesn't have any.
it still doesn't look like the ones in the front fit her
Yeah.
properly. Like
Yeah.
they look too small for her face. But I mean, but she should have bone that they could implant into.
Yeah, that's true for veneers. 'Cause I thought it was like they shaved it down and then they put the veneer on. And it was like you
They
barely
can do it
had to
that
get
way,
a
or they
little.
can do it an implant. Because I
Okay.
have one that is actually an implant where they actually remove the entire tooth and they like
Like
put a
a
drill.
crown.
They drilled a screw into yeah. They drilled a
Okay.
screw into my the bone of underneath my gum, and then they implanted a tooth.
Yeah. Because
So
I
there's
think
lots of
we're
different
gonna
ways you can
see
do
her
it.
get the veneers where it looks like she barely has any indents between her teeth and just kind of looks like she has a mouth guard in.
That would be a good one for her to do, like go on one of those like dental like makeover
Mhm.
shows where like she goes into the whole like, oh well, my mom had all my teeth removed, and it's been a big point of my self-esteem and blah blah blah. Like, okay, Gypsy, don't you worry. We're gonna give you a beautiful new set of teeth. You're
Yeah.
gonna look beautiful. Yeah, that's one. Hey, mark that one off. I want some
Okay.
commission on
So,
that one, Gyps.
okay. Alright. Well, then I have another one. So,
Okay.
like dirtiest jobs, but like she's learning life skills. So she goes from like
That's a
I was
good one.
almost like undercover boss, where she like goes and works at McDonald's, or she goes and works in an office, and it's like job journey with Gypsy. Oh, they come out with that. We have it on fucking recording. We get money. We came up with it.
There we go.
Trademark.
We're gonna be fucking millionaires.
Why
Copyright.
the fuck? Why are we not famous? I don't fucking get it.
I don't know, dude.
Man,
Because fucking Riverside doesn't know how to behave. That's
exactly.
why.
It's my fucking
It's your fault, Riverside. You
My Kansas internet's a Dallas
fucking mega
too.
church of a recording platform.
So, I did not prepare a Beyonce thing. And if we wanted to improv the
Oh,
Beyonce
I did.
song. Oh, you bitch.
Oh, I got you, boo.
I'm tired. So,
So
okay, so
I
Beyonce's new
listened to
song. Go ahead.
the whole damn album.
Oh, not the whole. You are part of the problem. You are perpetuating her
I'm not
fucking
part of the
existence.
problem.
You
I
are.
wanted to be informed. I
Oh my
wanted to
God.
be informed. I
I
wanted
want to make
to
snap
be able to
judgment.
listen to it.
Nope.
And well, you know, maybe
I'm
I'm
making
growing
snap
up.
judgment.
I
Yeah.
suggest you do the same.
That makes fucking one of us. You can't tell me what to do. Okay?
You're not my mother.
Yes. You let me be. I'm just flying by the seat of my fucking pants, doing what a bitch is going to do.
Well, that's cool. That's why we work so well together because I'm
Yeah.
grounded.
Okay. So what is this? This
You're
is that
just like,
Ya song. Okay, so I'm gonna play a
yeah,
little snippet of her Ya song for you.
okay.
These boots are made for walking, in case you guys didn't know.
It's so bad.
The rodeo Chitlin circuit. I like some go-go shit where you're like, okay. So if you haven't listened to the
She's
song,
on drugs.
she starts just kind of yelling out like random phrases.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like thinking like barbecue sauce, chillins, just random shit. But I was like circle, yeah, porcupine. So that's what our
So
album's gonna be.
she posted something on her Instagram, and normally when she posts a picture, she doesn't put a caption, but she put one for this one, and it's a good one. And the
Oh,
only thing that I want to reference in it is there's this part that it says, let's see, where is it? Da, 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 da. Where is it? My hope is that years from now, the mention of an artist's race as it relates to releasing genres of music will be irrelevant. So she's basically playing the race card. She's saying the reason why people don't like it is because she's black. And I'm like, no, Beyonce, we don't
Beyonce,
like it because it sucks.
I would like to introduce you to a man called Darius Rucker, who had to be a black man in
Yeah.
both country music and alternative music.
Yes.
Or let's talk
Did
about a
you
man named
read that?
Jimmy Allen, who is also a black man in country music. Do we need to keep going
Mm-hmm.
back? Because we can keep going back to the 60s and the
We can
70s
go
and
all
the
the way to Charlie
80s,
Pride.
and we can talk
Mm-hmm.
about black people. It's the fact that your lyrics are so hold this holster, pour more liquor, please. Hard working man ain't got no money in the bank. Turn up the vinyl on the radio. Radio. He can't watch the news today. I just hope he don't crash and keep his pistol on the dash. But here's where I got a little confused because he's got his pistol on the dash in one verse, right? and then he ends up putting something else, and like he just like the
Mhm.
dash gets cluttered after a while. And I'm like, how's he supposed to see the road, Beyonce? He got shit on. If
Yeah,
he
there's too much up
turns,
there.
when he goes to
Yeah, you can't
turn,
see the
he's
road.
gonna have to grab the
It's
pistol off the
irresponsible.
dash. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
anybody
that's the
that's
whole
eating
thing.
french fries off the dashboard of your car while you're driving down 114 knows it's a bad fucking idea.
Yeah. And there's another was like, I can soothe your pain. Yeah. When I'm long gone, you'll call my name. Yeah. World of Wind got you insane. Yeah. It's giving me the faith. Um,
Mhm.
yeah. And it's not race.
It's
And that's the
weird.
whole thing is like, if you have to make your name, and like the Beehive loves this shit. Cause I was looking at just like Twitter comments. They are like this, even YouTube, this is the shit. This is so great. And I'm like, are we listening to the same
It's
song?
not.
Are we listening to the same
Here's
shit?
my theory.
Get Beyonce's dick out of your
My
mouth.
theory, yeah, for that part. Okay, so she's got a bunch of, and like I said, I listened to the whole album because I wanted an objective opinion. But she's got some like pretty heavy endorsements. Like Willie Nelson appears on it, not in
Mhm.
a song with her, in like one of like little interludes in between.
Okay.
Dolly Parton, she also does she does something with Miley Cyrus, which yes, Miley Cyrus is from Tennessee, and yes, she has that country like in her family, but she's not a
Mhm.
country artist.
No.
So, whatever. She does a version of Jolene that I'm deeply offended by, not because she's black, but because if you're going to redo the song, make it better. And she didn't. She like completely rewrote the lyrics. I'm like, you can't fucking do that.
You can't
I
fuck
don't
with
care if Dolly
Jolene.
endorsed it or not.
Oh,
But
because it's
here's my
not Jolene
theory.
then if you redo
It's
the lyrics.
it's awful. It's just awful. Yeah. I mean, it's still Jolene, and she's talking about it's basically the same like narrative, but it's with the Beyonce, it's with an urban spin. And I
Yeah.
have no problem with that, but I mean there it's like with all these fucking movie remakes, either do it better or
Uh-huh.
leave it alone because there
Yeah.
wasn't anything wrong with it to begin with. So my theory about why everybody is just all up in her gash about, how great this is because and I don't care how many bees want to sting me. I'm not allergic to bees, so bring it on. I have a theory that she has created such a hostile platform
Mhm.
where if you speak out anyway against their queen, they're going to come after you. And
Yeah.
so everybody's like, well, I don't want that bad press. I don't want that bad PR. So yeah, I'll put my stamp of approval. Write the check. I'll put my stamp of
Yeah.
approval on it. And I'm like, I got no fucks to give about
I
your
mean, yeah.
non-country
If
album
I
because it's
get
not
like
a
death
country
threats
album.
from the Beehive, I don't give a shit because it sucks. I have not, it is not my forte. I do not like it. I am allowed to
Mhm.
not like it. It has nothing to do with the color. Because I can also say, I don't think Taylor Swift is a good music writer, but I don't think she's that great. I'm not a Swiftie,
I don't think she's
you
that great
know?
of a singer. Obviously, she puts on an amazing
Yeah,
concert, but it's not just Taylor with a guitar.
yeah,
It's an entire production.
exactly.
And yet I think Beyonce is too good of a singer to be
See,
fucking around with whatever this
I don't
fucking
think
album
she's
is
that good of
because
a
it
singer.
confused the fuck out of me. It's an hour and a half long.
Oh shit, really?
It's 90
No,
minutes.
thank
It's
you.
like a full CD.
No, thank
And
you.
it's just not good. It's just
No.
not good. And I
And that
don't like
doesn't make
it.
you a racist.
And
You don't have to like it. Like nobody says just because she
nope.
puts it out, we're supposed to suck her dick and say it's great. I don't think she's that great
Mhm.
of a singer. I think she's a I think Beyonce's a great performer. I don't think she is that great of a singer. I think that
Mhm.
her other than Lemonade, and this is just me, I think her
Mhm.
music lacks a lot of like substance. And yes, I am a tone deaf white broad living in Kansas. But she also had, like, a daddy with
What do
money
you
who
know?
made shit happen, you know? If I had a
Mhm.
daddy with
Yep.
money and I was
Um
skinny, I could fucking make shit happen. I could fucking auto-tune my ass off like Britney Spears did.
mhm. Did you read any of that article that I sent you about like the album review from that Washington Post?
Not yet. I'm doing that now. Go ahead and talk me through it.
So basically, I mean, I mean, they drag her in this. I mean, and it's
Well, then
like,
they're
and they're just
racist.
like, so this, yeah, of course they are. But they basically allude to the fact that on Lemonade, she did that song called, what was it, Daddy Lessons with the Dixie Chicks, was
Yeah.
not well received.
Mm.
And that it basically made it sound like their opinion of it was, this is her response to that, because she is still so in her feelings about that song not doing well, that she was going to show the world, see, I can do a country album. Well, I got news for you, Beyonce.
No, you can't.
You still can't,
You need to
because it's
stick
not a
with
country album.
No, and that's the whole thing is I think she called it a country album, but like these boots are made for walking. That's not a country song. That's a pop song.
That's
Just
from the
because
60s,
she
yeah. And she
threw a
samples
fucking
Good
fan.
Vibrations in
Yeah,
it.
I've seen that in
There's
there.
one song that sounds like it's like straight out of like a funky disco in the 70s. I mean, just like,
Hmm.
call it a multi-genre album. And the other thing that the Washington Post out said, that this is basically, she is trying to get the Grammys that she hasn't gotten at any
Yeah.
cost. Like, I'm gonna do country, I'm gonna do pop, I'm gonna do covers, I'm gonna have features, I'm gonna do everything. But she's like, this is like, it's like fodder for an award show,
Well, that's what this
basically what they said
article,
it was.
to quote the
Yeah.
Washington Post article you sent me, let's be totally clear here. Beyonce is a generational voice who has deserved much better at various awards shows that continue to fill and recognize the importance of Black music. Not just Beyonce, Black music.
Mm-hmm.
So we can talk about that
Right.
or we can not. Um, so it said, but immortalizing your Grammy grievances in a song, that's something Drake does. And he's not doing it as a
Mm-hmm.
country singer. And Drake is great, but again, Drake is also another one of those performers for me that it's like I don't think he's that great of a singer. He's probably a really fucking great performer. It's not my cup of tea either. I like him on the radio, like I'll call him on his cell phone. I'm okay with that one, but
Mm-hmm.
I just think she can't just poop out bullshit and say that it's from a fucking farm and it's
Yeah.
country music. That's
And
basically
expect
what it
us
is.
to eat it up and say it tastes like apple pie. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Sorry
Beyonce. I
about it.
don't even suck my husband's dick. I'm not gonna fucking suck your dick either.
Yeah. And we know you have one.
It's true.
Come for me, Beehive.
Yeah, we
Come
don't
for
give a
me.
shit. Yeah.
I
That's like,
invite it.
yeah. So, well, keeping in the music genre, did you see that article I sent you about Madonna?
Yeah, I did. And you know, I can see how that would happen, but at the same time, like, she's been doing this a long enough time.
Hmm.
She
So
should
she
be
should know
aware.
to shut the fuck up.
Maybe
Yeah.
she's pulled so tight she can't see.
Oh, maybe she does like she's got to put her bifocals on because she's so much older now.
Yeah.
She's like,
She's like,
yeah.
mm-hmm. Like,
So
oh,
if
you're
you
in a
guys
wheelchair. I couldn't see you.
didn't hear, a video has popped up of her calling out somebody in the crowd, telling them that they should be standing up, and this person was in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those bad days.
Yeah.
But that goes to like where we've seen country singers calling out like people in the front for taking selfies of them, like where they're with their backs to the stage and they're taking a selfie because their performer's right behind them. And we've seen where
Mm-hmm.
it's a thing at concerts now to call people out for their bad behavior. Which I'm
Yeah.
okay when it's post that Travis Scott thing in Houston where people are getting trampled, or like when we were at Chris
Yeah.
Stapleton, two guys were starting to get into the crowd. He fucking like stopped the concert, brought the lights up, and was like, knock that shit off or get the fuck
Mm-hmm.
out. These people all paid good fucking money, and so did you. So don't be a dumbass. Knock it the fuck off. And I'm
Enjoy
okay
the
with
fucking
that.
show.
But if
Yeah.
a girl
I
wants to turn
remember
around and take a fucking
I
selfie,
remember one time I was at Edgefest.
mm,
I was at Edgefest this one time, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Stained. I think Stained was playing, and some girl, they get up on the shoulders and you can see them, and some dude like reached up and like grabbed her breast and like
mm,
pulled her
top down.
bikini top like off.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the I can't remember his name, Aaron something, lead singer of Stained. He stopped the
Oh,
concert
yeah.
and he
I
was
heard
just like,
that.
get that
him the fuck
motherfucker out of
out.
here. He
Yeah.
was just like, you're not gonna fucking do that. You're not gonna fucking do that while I'm saying get that motherfucker out of here. And I was just like, good for fucking
Yeah.
you, man. And I'm sure the girl didn't care. I'm sure she was just drunk and looking to be objectified. But the fact that I love it when they do that shit. But at the same time, if I'm taking a selfie of myself when I've paid for a front row ticket, don't fucking call me out. I'm
No.
paying your fucking bills at
I
this
wanna
point.
see I want proof that I was, like, 4 fucking feet from you.
Yeah.
But in this video of Madonna,
Yeah.
she's seen where she walks down the runway at her concert to take a closer look at this person sitting in their wheelchair and then goes, "Oh, okay. Politically incorrect.
My
Sorry about that.
bad.
I'm glad you're here." And it's like, first of all, Madonna, you're lucky somebody's going to your concert anyway. I mean, you are not the Madonna you were in the 90s, like you look
That's for
crazy,
sure.
you have too many fillers, you're old, you're not you're definitely like anybody looking at you singing like a virgin, they're gonna go, we all fucking know better. Or look at your face,
Yeah.
there's a reason you're still a virgin. But I just thought it was in poor taste.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm throwing that out there. She looks like shit. She looks bad. And if you haven't seen
Yeah,
Madonna,
it's not good. She looks better than she did at I guess it was the Grammys because she was still very swollen and puffy from
yeah,
whatever procedure she had done. But she's just pulled, I mean, it still needs to relax, and I'm sure that like in another 6 months to a year it will look a lot better, but she still looks really really pulled tight. You can see where
yeah,
like I think it looks like she's gotten like a jaw implant because her jaw is like
out,
really really like sharp and defined when it never was before.
yeah.
So yeah,
I think
it's
it's because
very
she has
obvious that she's had a lot of work done.
so much filler in her cheeks that
Yeah.
she's like a triangle now. And she was pretty
Yeah.
before. I think even she was one that she was aging gracefully and she was looking
Mhm.
wonderful. And then she started doing all this shit to her face. Now she's the next, like, what's that lady that looks like a fucking cat? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't remember what her name is, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
She's
where
on
she's
Botched a
heading.
lot.
Well, she should be. So, yeah.
Yeah. She should be
That's the
their poster
fucking truth.
child.
Yeah.
She's like one punch card away from getting some free whiskers.
Oh, I'd be here for I wonder if they would use, like, wire. Just, like,
I've seen
draw the
people that do that. What they
tattoo them
did
on.
in this person is they basically implanted these screws into
Ugh.
their skin, and the whiskers are wires, and like they
Oh,
have little like threads on them, and they screw them in.
so
And
they could
so
take them
like
out
when they
while they
don't
sleep
have,
and stuff?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, thank you. I don't understand. I
Mm-mm.
don't think but I'm not one to put shit in my face. Like, I probably like you were talking about when we started, like, you were talking about you wanted Botox for your forehead. And I see now, like, on these reality shows, like, people were doing I like preventative Botox. And I'm like,
Mhm.
does that work? Because it keeps you from sagging, all of that, or keeps your fine lines from developing because your shit's frozen. But then it's like, where's the joy in your
Mhm.
face? You can't smile because you're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
everybody."
Like you don't look happy. I
No.
am. I'm
I'm
happy.
thrilled
I'm very happy.
I'm thrilled to be here, everybody. I'm just so excited to hear.
Mm.
Thank you for coming. So, yeah. But, yeah, I just
No,
Madonna,
I
that's
don't wanna
poor
get,
taste.
like, around my mouth or anything. I just want, like, some,
Up
like, through
here?
here just to kinda, like, get these to relax a little bit,
I
yeah.
want, like, liposuction
But
right
you're
here.
right, like, I don't wanna not be able to emote,
Yeah.
like, if I'm shocked about something, I want you to be able to tell by my face that I am, because I give face, face, face.
Yeah, your face is not there you don't have, like, a
Quit.
poker face at all.
No, not at all. I'm a
I have
terrible
a
poker
cat
player.
screaming outside of my office door.
Oh, let me in.
He's like, "Meow,
Let me in.
meow." I don't wanna let him in because he's gonna come in here and do the same thing.
Madonna, do better.
Yeah, Madonna, like, it's poor taste, I think, at this point. And like you said, she's been around long enough that she should know better. Or Maybe
She
she's
knows.
one of those that you can't, she's so rich you can't tell her nothing.
That part also, I
Yeah,
betcha.
probably.
Yeah. And
So,
she's always had that I don't give a fuck type of attitude. But I mean, at this point, I mean, like I said, you've been doing this
oh,
long
maybe
enough. You
she's
know that
got that old
people
lady
in
lack of a
wheelchairs.
filter. Maybe she's like that old lady not give a fuck, you know? Where she's like, I can say what I want,
Maybe.
do I want, because I don't give a shit because I'm 60. It's like
And
my
I'm
dad
Madonna. I'm 60
stopped
Madonna.
when he stopped wearing a belt because it was hurting his back and he started to wear suspenders. He just gave up. My dad and he came over yesterday to bring the kids Easter shit. And
Really?
yeah, just like nothing happened. So I guess we're back on speaking terms. It's
Well,
okay.
yay.
Whatever. Yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm still not gonna be like the one reaching out, but we'll see how that goes. So he called me my birthday and asked me if I wanted some firewood from like the tree in his front yard. And I was like, no, our fire pit it's gas. So no thank you. But thank
No,
you.
I'm good. Like, you
Yeah.
can put it under your own house and light it on fire if you
Yeah,
want.
don't sign me up for things outside. I'm not an outside person. I'm not an outside
He
girl.
signs you up. He signs you up for like a firewood of the month club,
Yeah.
and you have a gas
Yeah. I'm an inside cat. I'm not an outside cat. Definitely an inside cat.
stove.
So, but yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, so it was interesting. He didn't bring my stepmom over, but she can get fucked for all I care. So fun
he
stuff.
probably learned his lesson about that.
We'll see. He's pretty stupid sometimes. He is a man after all. So
That, yeah, big
yeah.
facts.
Because he was asking me how my friend that has breast cancer, he's like, how's she doing? And I was like, yeah, I probably wouldn't. She'd probably like if you just like reached out to her and act like you gave a shit. And she's done a shit ton. And then he started shit talking that girl's mom. And I was like, okay. Like,
God, I can't stand that.
because I was like, I just feel
You know,
bad for her. I was like, 'cause
don't talk shit to me. Talk shit to them.
well, he doesn't even talk shit about her anyways, because all I did was mention how, like, I can't imagine how she's feeling that her husband died in the summer and now her daughter has breast cancer. Her husband died from
Yeah,
cancer, daughter has cancer. As a mom and like a wife, I would be like miserable about everything in life, right?
devastated.
And he wants to
Yeah.
talk shit and be like, well,
Like,
the
oh yeah,
stuff he
how's your
did.
friend? How the fuck would you be?
Yeah, I'd be Shiteigh is what I would be.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah.
That's your
So
that's your alter ego name.
Shiteigh. Yes, bitch.
Shitay.
Shiteigh. Ugh. Hold on, that's gonna be the name of this fucking episode is Shiteigh. How should we spell Shiteigh?
S
Chitta?
H
No, I
I
wanna
S
C.
H I T E I G H.
Oh, that's okay. What about Chitteighh? No, I went the
There you
SHI.
go.
Yeah, I
There you
went
go.
SHI.
With
I
a
think
hyphen.
yes, bitch. I want to actually. We're gonna put an apostrophe on
Tell
that.
me you hung out in Irving without telling me you hung out in Irving.
Exactly. Well, actually, we're doing an apostrophe at the end of it. Shiteigh. That's
There you
gonna be
go.
this is gonna be the episode name is Shiteigh. Oh shit. Shiteigh. Girl, we finna Shiteigh all over this motherfucker.
Oh, come
All
on
right.
now.
So speaking of shitty, my segue for
Oh
shitty.
man.
So if you okay, I never watched Toddlers and Tiara. Did you watch Toddlers and Tiaras?
No, I mean, I would like pop in at now and then just to like watch the kids be shitty or
Yeah.
shitty, watch the kids just
Shiteigh.
have total meltdowns.
Yeah. It's
But
because like their
mostly
Red Bull and
I
Skittles were
wanted to
wearing off.
know, yeah, like, and the go-go juice.
Yeah.
I loved watching them meltdown because I'm just like, this is what you get, mom.
Yeah.
This is what you asked for it. And I love watching the dad's reactions because they're always just like,
My daughter's wearing no clothes, but I paid for it.
I can't believe I pay so much goddamn money
Yeah.
for this. I gotta work 2 goddamn jobs
Yeah.
so that I can spend my weekends driving all over the damn country so I can watch my daughter
Just
go
so
up there
my
and shake
wife
her
can
ass like
like
some kind of
relive.
stripper.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
Or it's like the clueless dad that like is not
He's like,
like he's just like how much? Or no, they're just like they don't even have like an opinion about it. They're just like
"Oh, you spent $10,000 on a dress?
yeah,
That?
it's
You
just like
spent
how
$10,000
much?
on that?"
How many times is she gonna wear it? Once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't even
And the
repurpose
moms are
it?
always like, "What?
It's
What?
it's for her future,
What?"
okay?
It's for her future.
It's for her career.
Scholarship program.
Oh my god. So, yeah, and the whole thing is like you can compete in pageants, like, on a Miss USA level until you're, like, 28. That's when, like, the Miss USA cutoff age is. And then you end up, like, with, like,
Yeah.
misses stuff. Like, I have a lady that we went to church with that her daughters, like, she's got, like, 6 kids, and I wanna say, like, 2 out of 4 of her daughters did pageants, and, like, her daughter right now, she's, like, in the running for Miss Arkansas. So since her daughter is in the running for Miss Arkansas, she decided she was going to run for Mrs. DFW, and she won Mrs.
At
DFW
what point does it become sad?
when
You
you're
know,
running for
like
Mrs. DFW. And she's beautiful.
yeah.
She's beautiful. But it's like she hadn't competed in a pageant since she was, like, in her 20s.
Yeah, find something like volunteer.
Yeah.
Like find a hospital to like knit sweaters for little kids or something.
Yeah.
Don't go do pageants. You are living a dream that is never going to happen.
Yeah.
Unless you are Miss Universe, I think at like 28,
Mhm.
that needs to be it. You know,
Like, you're
if
gonna
you
hang
haven't
up the
won
sack.
Miss America by 28, you know, go find yourself a husband and have a few kids
Exactly.
and make them into Miss Universe and
Well,
then you can live vicariously through them.
she works, in, like, the foster system with CASA and all of that. She works in, like, that realm. So she's doing, like,
Okay.
good works, but I'm like, "Let that be, like, what you got a grandbaby?" Like,
Yeah.
I just
Let that be your thing.
but
I'm
then
much more
again,
impressed with that than I am with you being a fucking beauty queen in your 40s.
yeah, well, 50s, 50s.
Oh,
'Cause her oldest
it
kid
just
is,
got
like
sadder.
her oldest is
When I thought
pushing
it couldn't get
30.
any sadder.
Yeah, her oldest is
Missy
pushing
comes
30.
through
You're welcome.
clutch like a
Yeah, clutch
motherfucker.
like a motherfucker. And she'll never listen to this, so it's okay because we're not at Kirk Cup.
Oh, let's lean into it
We're
then.
not the Mrs. DFW type. So,
Bitch, speak for
mm,
yourself.
oh, girl, come on. Anyways, so to bring up the whole pageant thing, Tyler's New Year's, they brought us the golden nugget that is Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, where we got to meet Elena, who's Honey Boo Boo, Mama June, Pumpkin. I don't know the other one's name, or
Cookie dough,
Cookie Dough or Cheeto,
pecan praline,
something.
candy corn,
Candy Corn would be a good one, I think. So,
nutty buddy.
Nutty Buddy, oh, don't disgrace Nutty Buddies with that white trash ass family, because those are the shit, all right? You have gone
You
too
know
far,
they are.
okay? There is a line. You crossed the line. This is like when you said you'd
Sorry.
rather cheer for the Texans than the Cowboys. That's kind of, you have me up in I'm feeling some type of way.
Oh, well, you know, sometimes
Take
the
it
truth
back.
hurts.
Take it back.
Mm.
But anywho, so Elena Honey Boo Boo, she is heading towards college, right? And there was a People
Yep.
article mid last month because you have to remember we did take 2 weeks off. So they have a show. Actually, they have another show called Mama June Family in Crisis. Because if you followed
Yeah.
like this train wreck of a Jerry Springer family, like she's
Family.
had, like meth issues. Like I want to say the oldest one, Pumpkin, has custody of Honey Boo Boo, all of this stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
and it's her show where she's rebuilding her life, right? So when you're a
Yeah.
child performer, there is, I forget, a Coogan account is what it's called. And they're supposed to, the parents, or even like I think now it's supposed to be automatic deposit where a portion of the kids' earnings in showbiz. So we see with like all the kids that were on, Quiet on Set, we talked about earlier, this money was supposed to go in this Coogan account for her college or her
Mm-hmm.
future or whatever. So Honey Boo Boo's Mama June said she claimed that she didn't have access to this money, whatever, whatever. Because Elena went to her and was like, I want to go to college. and I want to use the money, and she can't get it until she's 21. And I think they're kind of
Yep.
finding out now, like, there's no money. And her mom's not willing to do anything to help her out. And I mean, Mama June, she got a cameo. I got a cameo from Mama June. Thank you, Charisse. Um, I do. It's great. It was for Christmas a few years ago. It was my prized possession. But
You
she's
told me about it.
yeah, she's got this show. She's got the show when they were on TLC. Elena thinks that she doesn't want her to leave. Like the oldest I think that's Elena's was 24, and Mama June's just like, I'm not gonna help you with college. I don't have any money to give you. And it's like that's so sad that
Mhm.
and Elena was like quoted like she cares more about giving her boyfriend money and doing drugs and stuff than in giving me money. And I just thought that's so sad.
Yeah.
Because like one of the daughters just died of cancer, and this poor kid basically was exploited by her mom, starting with these
Yeah.
pageants, and now she's like has a very bleak future because Mama June cared only about Mama June and didn't set any money aside for her children.
Mhm.
So
Isn't it interesting how like the whole thing started with Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Actually, it was Toddlers
it
and
was Tyler's
Tiaras.
Tiara.
And of course, it was just like Honey Boo Boo was while she was just a character on that show.
Mm-hmm.
She was able to parlay that into her own show to Here Comes Honey Boo
Yeah.
Boo. But isn't it interesting how everything has kind of like shifted to where it went all about Honey Boo
So
Boo
about Mama
for
June.
Elena
Yeah.
to it's all about Mama June now because of all of these problems and all the chaos that she's caused. And God bless her. I know that she struggles with addiction, but you got to make a choice. What's more important?
Yeah.
I had to make that choice.
Yeah.
And I think that she's addicted to the fame,
That's her drug of
and
choice now is
I
staying
think
in the
she's
spotlight.
addicted to, yeah,
Yeah.
she's addicted to the attention that she gets. People know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's really, really sad because all of this, like Elena, I'm sure she's like, up at night saying it was all for nothing.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
Well, because I mean, she's
That
had
at the end of the day, you are still Honey Boo Boo,
yeah, girl, you crash that shit
and
on yourself.
get you a PR team and turn this lemon into some lemonade.
And I mean, this Mama June, she's done things where was in Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. We're talking like so morbidly obese that she's got like the barrel of cheese balls in her bed. And then she had
Yeah,
another show for it was one season, but it was Mama June not to hot where she got
not
gastric.
hot.
She lost all the weight, all of this stuff, and she was everywhere getting all this money for losing the weight, da da da. And now she's got this other Mama June. She's rebuilding her life. So like you said, she's very much like she's addicted to, and it's like 6 seasons of shit. So she's not, and maybe we're misinterpreting it. Maybe like your friend Lonnie, where he was on, My 600 Pound Life, where she's not getting paid a lot, but she's getting paid a
Mhm.
living. Like if she don't have a regular fucking 9 to 5, she's doing okay. If she's only able to live and
Yeah.
subsidize just off of doing this shit, she's doing okay. Like she's not struggling. And she should, because you come as with you're an addict, but you're also a mother. Where I'm the child of an addict,
Mhm.
where we kind of have similar, where like the children should be your priority, and
Yeah.
you've got to get your shit together. You got to stop caring about yourself. I think that's all it is that since she had Honey Boo Boo and she had older daughters, somebody could step in and be that
Mhm.
parent, and she didn't have to have that burden.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it's been very unfair. I think that Pumpkin was happy to do it because she knew she cared enough about
yeah,
Alana to make sure that Alana was cared for, but how unfair
it is. Put that
when
on your
she's at the age where she was, starting her own life and
mhm.
having her own family. She has been playing mother to her little
Yeah, where
sister,
she should have been like
and
able to
and
be a
I'm sure
kid.
that there's a power struggle with that
Oh,
too.
I'm sure, where she's like,
Like, oh
"You
well,
may
you're
be,
not.
but I'm your mother," blah, 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 kind of
Yeah,
crap.
yeah.
So,
And I've seen some clips of Mama June where she's been pretty manipulative of Alana because I think she plays on Alana's emotions and on Alana's soft spot for her.
yeah.
And unfortunately that is addict behavior.
Yeah.
And it's very sad to watch. It was a little sad in the beginning when it was, oh, this just kind of like redneck white trash family, and but it was endearing.
Yeah,
Now it's just
it's
sad.
sad, and especially now that
It's
Elena's older, and
yeah.
because I mean, like we said, she's 18, heading off to college, and she has very few
Mhm.
prospects because her mom has kept her in this limelight world where she never got, even her older daughters, they never got to be normal kids because
Yeah.
her one was hilarious. She was funny little chubby girl doing
Oh, she
pageants.
was
And she
so
was
cute.
cute.
That'll make me holla, honey boo
Mhm.
boo. Oh, I thought she was
She was
so
such a
cute.
little cutie.
But then it became that point where, okay, she's the dollar made me holler. It's not funny anymore.
Yeah,
It's and now it's like that tap dance is those taps are dead. You
yeah.
need, find a new
I mean,
dance.
we should all.
And
Yeah.
now
It's like
I
Shirley
think that it's
Temple.
sad because she probably doesn't know how to forge like
Oh,
meaningful
normal. Because you
relationships.
can't trust
Yeah.
who is there for because you are Honey Boo Boo or who is there because you are Elena.
Mhm.
Because I mean, you look at it like the
Mhm.
same way, like
Yeah.
child stars, they very rarely go on to be successful performers as adults.
Yeah.
You have Kurt Russell, fucking
Mhm.
anomaly, he's still doing shit. You have Josh Brolin
Yeah.
doing stuff, but think of how many hundreds of kids we've seen in movies, on TV. Look at the whole fucking cast of The Sandlot, for crying out loud. What are those kids doing?
Yeah.
You know? Like it's a very rare
Yeah.
thing. And I think that's one thing that we don't recognize, I think, as kids when we wanted to be on Nickelodeon, the Disney Channel, or like I tell Witten, because he wants me to take him for those open casting calls all the time for like Disney. I would rather him wait till
Mhm.
he's older, where he's emotionally mature,
Yeah.
because I've seen, thankfully, we have all the fucking TV in the world now that shows what a shit show is afterward. So,
Mhm. Yeah. I it's it's just sad,
yeah.
or you do see the child stars that are able to create a successful career, but it's I mean, look at Britney. Look at any of
Look
them.
at Drew
It's just,
Barrymore.
yeah, but look at Drew
Yeah.
Barrymore, yeah, and she's one of like the good ones. Like right now, Brittany, yes, she's gotten her day to say what she had to say and tell her story, but we're still waiting for like her new big
Hmm.
move. Like is she going to have another tour? Is she going to do another album? Is she just going to fade into obscurity? Maybe that's what she wants, but
Yeah,
like,
I don't think she
yeah, she
will.
had this amazing career
Yeah.
as a entertainer, but at what
And you
cost?
have the other side that they're
It's
waiting to see, when's the next freak out. Come on, like when's the
yeah.
next one? When's the
When's
next
the next yeah, when
breakdown?
is she gonna hit the
You
fan
know,
again?
that's what we have a
Yeah.
lot of people waiting for. So it's the same, and it's just kind of sad. And I think that the onus is on the parent. You got to keep your kid normal.
Yeah.
You got to keep your kid grounded. You've got to keep
Yeah.
your kid, especially we see where coming off of Quiet on Set, like you've got to